Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to show you how to play this. So I wrote this riff earlier this week. It's super Van Halen inspired. It's really simple, but it sounds really impressive. The good news is the entire passage is played on the high string. So there's no string skipping, nothing to worry about like that. The entire thing is on the high string. I just want to note that I'm currently playing in C standard tuning, so my high string is tuned to C. Obviously, you can play in any tuning. I'm going to include a link in the description below so you can access backing tracks that I've made that correspond to every tuning from C standard up to E standard. So before we go any further, I know other people have their way of demonstrating tapping lines, but in this case, what I'm going to do is we're going to discard the thumbs, and each of the 4 fingers on each hand is going to be given a number. So from your index to your pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be L1, L2, L3, L4, and then on the right hand, R1, R2, R3, R4. And that's basically just going to be how we indicate what finger's doing what at what time, essentially. So getting down to it, the passage can be broken up into multiple groups of 4. And for the vast majority, you'll be playing R1, L1, L3, L1. To break that down, that's going to be your right hand index finger, your left hand index finger, your left hand ring finger, and your left hand index finger. And like I say, this is going to go for the vast majority of the line, with the exception of the final hand position, which is going to be instead R1, L1, L4, L1, because you're going from fret 3 to 7, which means that unless you've got very big hands, you might find it a stretch to use your index and your ring finger to go from 3 to 7. So you're going to be at each hand position for 4 times through. So, for example, the first hand position is at frets 12, 5, and 8, right? So you're going to do R1, L1, L3, L1. And you're going to do that 4 times through. So it's going to sound like this. Forgive me, because I've only got a single microphone interface, so I'm going to have to use my unplugged electric guitar close to the mic. It's going to sound a bit silly, but here we go. So you're going to do it 4 times through. You're going to go. And you're going to do that 4 times through, as you will with every other hand position in the line. So now we've got the basics out of the way. Let's just go through every hand position in the passage, basically. So starting with, as I just demonstrated, at frets 12, 5, and 8. And the second hand position is at frets 13, 5, and 8. So you're only going to move your right hand up 1 fret. And the third hand position is at frets 15, 7, and 10. So from your previous hand position at frets 13, 5, and 8, you're going to move the whole thing, left hand, right hand, up 2 frets. So 15, 7, and 10. And from there, you're going to go down to the original starting position of frets 12, 5, and 8. And you're going to do that 4 times through, and then you're going to repeat those 4 again. So you're going to do 12, 5, and 8, and then back 12, 5, and 8, 13, 5, and 8, 15, 7, and 10, 12, 5, and 8. I'm hoping this makes sense. And at this point, you're halfway through. So the next hand position, you're going to be at 20, 12, and 15. So that's going to be a bit of a jump from where you were before. Don't worry if it takes you a while to practice getting that bit accurate. That's just part of the process. So yeah, frets 20, 12, 15. And it's going to look like this. Next hand position is frets 15, 7, and 10. And the next hand position is going to be frets 17, 8, and 12. And it's going to look like this. And the next hand position, you're going to move back down to frets 13, 5, and 8. And you've been here before. So you've only got 4 hand positions to go. So the next one is 12, 5, and 8. The next one is 13, 5, and 8. The next one is back down to 12, 5, and 8. And the final one, and this is the one where instead of going R1, L1, L3, L1, you're going to use your pinky for the first time. So it's going to be frets 10, 3, 7, right? So R1, L1, L4, L1. So 10, 3, 7, 3. You're going to do that 4 times over. And then the final note, you're going to use your right hand index finger, so R1, to hit the 8th fret. So hopefully this is all making sense. As ever, if you've got any questions, comment below and I'll answer every single one. So now I'm going to play through the entire passage slower than normal. And I'm going to include a tab below so you can follow along, play along if you like. But basically you'll just see how the tab corresponds with what I'm playing. So watch and we'll take it from there. So now I'm going to play the full passage, full speed, with the drums and bass as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it's all made sense. As I said before, if you've got any questions, stick them below and I'll answer them. And as I also said before, there's backing tracks in a link included in the description below. So check those out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something. Cheers.